Oh, okay. I didn't realize it already started streaming. Um, Hello everyone. uh, Sorry for having you guys endure a awkward silence of me staring at the screen with a blank expression on my face for the last minute. But hopefully you can all hear me. I'm using a new service for the first time to stream this. This should be going out to Facebook, YouTube, and Periscope, which I guess is Twitter at the same time. We have just a few hours remaining until New Hampshire starts voting. And the one thing we can do to make a big difference is to phone bank. There's a lot of things we can be doing. We could be canvassing, we could be flyering, we can do cold approaches, we could do texting. There's a lot of things we can do right now to support the greater movement. But the number one thing we can do right now to make a big difference is phone banking into New Hampshire, especially now that we have the option to do persuasion calls, which are calls specifically designed to persuade as opposed to do voter ID. So you can see the instructions to get started at yang2020.com/call. I'm going to be doing phone banking for the next few hours, and if you, hopefully, this is something that can if I know Paget's doing it right now as well, and so we really need all hands on deck. So all that said, I'm gonna fire it up and get started myself. So while this is happening, I'm gonna stall a little bit. Well, not stall. Uh, Talk a little bit about our group. I'm with the DFW for Yang, uh, DFW Yang Gang. Our social media, you can find us at DFW for Yang on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and and also on this YouTube channel. Right, log into the dialer. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave a comment wherever it is that you're watching this. Currently, we have one person watching on YouTube, which I think it might be myself. I'm not sure. Sugar Sweet says hello. Hello. Um, yeah. So one thing I know you can't see my browser, but one thing that you'll want to pay attention to is as soon as you get into the dialer and it gives you the login ID and the password, then you copy that in, and then when you click next, it's going to have a service drop down, and you're going to want to choose New Hampshire persuasion callers as the option, because I think when they originally opened this up, it was like choose one or the other, but depending on what you're comfortable with. But at this point, it's like it's the 11th hour, so it's like there's no, in my opinion, there's no point in voter ID. It's just well, maybe there's some point. I don't want to speak too soon. Um, but I think of the two, I think persuasion is the most important. So, and what that means is you're gonna be calling people who we've previously ID'd in the past, and they indicated that they were number two or number three choice was. So I'm gonna get my phone. Okay, the audio should be back on now. Um, I am so sorry. I was wondering why is no one on right now, and apparently it's because the audio was dead, and we had such great conversations too. Dang it. Oh boy. Well, because I normally when I do these streaming stuff, I'm like dialed into the streaming software and I'm not paying attention to whatever's going on. And then now I was just focused on calls. I didn't notice that at some point in time the audio and video, a bunch of stuff went out. So I want to see if I can one more. There we go. All right, that's a slightly better camera angle, so you're not looking at my nose. Put this here. Okay. All right. Hopefully things are better now. I'm going to get back on the dialer. What did y'all miss? God, I don't know how much you missed. I'm going to be so embarrassed when I look back at this and it's just one long blank. I don't even know if it's worth keeping in all this. Hopefully, I have another hour or two of calls, so I can probably redeem myself pretty soon here. Currently 15 calls in progress. Hi, my name's Hexel Colorado, and I'm calling for Samuel. Is Samuel available? Samuel Azaro? Oh, hi. Okay, well, my name's Hexel Colorado. How are you? Great. Well, I'm a volunteer for the Andrew Yang presidential campaign, and I'm just wondering if Andrew Yang can count on your vote in tomorrow's primary. Oh, okay. We have a great night. Thank you. Okay, that was interesting. So it sounded kind of weird. Um, all right. I have one person viewing on Facebook. So whoever that one person is, thank you for watching and giving me moral support. As you can see, I had to my Dallas Yang Gang shirt today. Represent. Oop, what the? Hold up. My thing seems to be glitching a little bit. What's going on? I don't know. I just heard this dial tone or this thing that said customer is hung up, even though I don't have anyone on the call. So, anyways, if you guys have any thoughts or ideas, or if you guys are phone banking also, please let me know in the live chat. I'm gonna try to share this link on social media real quick. I'm just so embarrassed that for a large chunk of this, there was no audio. That's embarrassing. Hi, my name's Hexel Colorado. I'm looking for Arthur Bergen. Is Arthur available? Oh, awesome. Hi, Arthur. How are you? Sounds great. Sounds great. You have a healthy, chipper voice. My name's Hexel. I'm a volunteer for the Andrew Yang presidential campaign, and I was just calling very quickly to see if Andrew can count on your vote in tomorrow's primary. Okay, well, thank you for letting me know. Just so I can fill out the survey, and so I can just let the team know. And so, can I ask who you are currently? Yeah. Oh, thank you. Can I ask who you are supporting? Pete Buttigieg. All right. All right. Great. I hear you. Oh, gotcha. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Yeah, and both Pete and Andrew represent a change to a generation of leadership, and they both represent a view of the future for younger people. Oh, interesting. Okay. So knowing that, if you're doing a vote against Bernie Sanders, would you consider voting for Andrew Yang since he's also a capitalist, believes in the market, and we have a lot of. Mhm. Gotcha. Okay, I hear you. I hear you. Well, is there uh, anything that I can talk about or maybe answer about Andrew that might make you consider voting for him in the primary? Got. Hmm. Gotcha. I hear ya. I hear ya. All right. Well, that definitely answers my questions. I think the last thing, just to wrap up the script, is I want to help get out the vote. So, do you know where your polling location is? Gotcha. All right. Well, if you need any more information, you can go to yang2020.com/nh to find more about where to find your polling place. And I hope you have a lovely night. Thank you for taking time to talk. All right. Appreciate it. All right. You too. All right. Thanks. Appreciate it. Bye. All right. So that one was interesting. So this is a guy who is voting for Pete Buttigieg, but he knows for a fact that he's going to vote for Trump in the general because the only reason that he's voting for Pete is because he doesn't want Bernie to win. Um, I should. Hi, my name's Hexel Colorado. I'm looking for Sandra Spencer. Is Sandra available? Is this Sandra? Hello? All right. I think there's no one on this one. I'm going to continue. I'm actually going to pause real quick. Not ready. All right. And let's figure out what's going on. It looks like on Facebook it's broken. So I might need a restart on Facebook. Let's see. Hold on. Actually, let me give me five. Well, hold on. I think I can do this live. All right. So I'm resetting Facebook. While that's going on, I'll talk a little bit more. Yeah. So this guy, I maybe should have pressed him a little bit more, because if I think about it logically, that's the first I've ever seen. He is a Trump supporter through and through, and it's for him it was a tactical decision to vote for Pete. And so I should have pressed him more on that, because the logic is kind of strange to me. Because if the idea is that he wants Pete to win so that Bernie doesn't, then that suggests to me that he thinks one of two things. Either A, he thinks Bernie can beat Trump, or B, he thinks or well, he thinks Pete would lose against Trump, or B, he would be okay with Pete if Pete won the general. And I guess he doesn't think Pete, like, from the tone that he was talking, it sounds that maybe he thinks it's more likely that he thinks Pete would lose as opposed to, because if he was voting for Pete because he thinks Pete would lose, then there's nothing to say. Like, I'm not going to entertain, that over a phone call. But if he was thinking if he would be more okay with Pete as president over Bernie as president if either of them beat Trump, then maybe I could have kept pushing it. So note to self, I don't know if I'll ever see a person like that again, but if I do, then I will try to take a different angle on it. So, all right, I'm going to jump back on the dialer, and then hopefully I can get some more good conversations going. I think there were definitely a few calls. I'm glad the YouTube seems to be working well. Yeah, and now we wait. Hi. Oh, hi. Sorry. My name's Hexel, Colorado. I'm looking for John Darnforth. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear. Well, I'll just leave a message. I'm not gonna hold you any longer. I'm volunteering with the Andrew Yang campaign. Yes. Oh, I hold on. Does that mean you're gonna vote? Okay. Well, I hope John gets better soon. All right. I don't know what to make of that call. She was okay. So what happened was this lady, she answered. I cost him. I'm looking for John, and she says, well, John's here, but he's like very ill, and so I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't want to get in the way. I'll just leave a message. And she asked, who are you calling with? Which campaign are you calling with? I said, well, I'm with the Andrew Yang campaign. And she says, oh, yes, we love him. Uh, Thank you for what you're doing. Goodbye. So on the one hand, she had a very positive tone when I said it was Andrew Yang. But on the other hand, I don't know if that means that she just likes him I don't know if she's going to actually vote. So unfortunately, she hung up before I could actually ask if she was a Yang supporter. And so we'll see. Let's keep going. If anyone, yeah, and if you have any tips or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment. I know there is currently no one online watching this, but you know, hopefully someone stumbles upon this and finds it useful. At least for me, it's somewhat motivating, at least for me, to keep going. Hi. Yes, my name's Haxel, Colorado. I'm looking for Daniel Weeks. Is Daniel available? Oh, hi. Oh, I'm a volunteer for the Andrew Yang presidential campaign. Oh, gotcha. All right. You have a great night. Oh, thank you, Nancy, for. Oh, welcome back, Nancy. Yeah, on Periscope. Yes, I do hope he gets well enough to vote. Um, I appreciate the thanks. Um, yeah, I'm hoping both of them turn out to their polling location. Hi, my name is Hexel, Colorado. I'm looking for Marjorie. Is Marjorie available? Oh, okay. Well, I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign, and we just wanted to see if she was planning on voting for Andrew Yang in tomorrow's primary? Okay, great. Well, I just have like the last few questions to just fill out the survey, and then we probably won't have the call again. Is he your first, second, third, fourth choice? I know you're still deciding, but like he rank up there. Oh, yeah, yeah. No, I hear you. I mean, it's definitely a big decision, and gotcha. Okay. Well, if what would you say is something that is a big deciding factor? Oh, okay. Well, I mean, obviously I'm biased, but I actually have some information that can help inform that decision. I know that all of the candidates are great. They all have great ideas. They all have something to bring to the table. But a little bit about where I'm coming from. I live in Dallas, Texas. I've been supporting volunteering for the last 12 months, pretty much nonstop. And Andrew came to Dallas, and Dallas is as you can imagine, a deep red state. Well, Texas is a deep red state. And when he came to Dallas, this was back in December, still relatively early on, but getting a little bit closer. But we had over 1,100 people show up for a fundraiser rally in Dallas for Andrew. And I had the opportunity to kind of introduce him on stage to get the crowd, warmed up. And I asked this question. I asked two questions. First, the question was asked was, how many of you have ever been politically engaged before? Like, even, door knocked or come out to an event or whatever. And of the 1,100 people who were there, maybe 8 or 9 raised their hand. And then I asked, how many of you have never been politically involved before? And pretty much everyone raised their hand. It's on YouTube. It was very, energizing for me. And so that proved one of two things for me that weekend. First, that he's bringing in all these people who have never been involved in the political process before. And he and both, I'll be upfront that it's him and Bernie who have more than 10% support from former Trump voters. But the second thing that indicated to me that Yang has a really, really good chance, and in my opinion, the best chance of beating Trump, is that same weekend, the following morning, was a second fundraiser. So the first one was a grassroots fundraiser, very low dollar, like $20. But he had a fundraiser hosted by the Dallas Chinese Republicans. And that to me was incredible because when I went there, I was like, okay, how are they going to talk? And it's the Chinese hosts, these Republicans were like, they're not like pretending like he's one of them. Like he's like, hey, we'll be honest, like we disagree with a lot of your platform because you're a Democrat and we're Republicans, but we support you because we believe in your vision for this country and we believe that you're better than what we have in the White House right now. And so I think, well, the fact that he was an Asian American played into that particular interaction, but the fact that a large number of Republican businessmen would, break away from party lines to support this guy was a very like proof in pudding moment for me, because as a very progressive person myself, I've always believed that Yang has the most progressive platform. But the fact that he can get people on the other side of the aisle to agree with his policies and go so far as to host a big fundraiser, that was gotcha. Okay. All right. You have a great night. Thank you so much. Bye. Okay. Uh, that was cool. Well, so he did. He still ended the call with saying he was not sure, but I like the idea of talking to people who are not sure, because it's like this call was not Hi, my name's Hexel, Colorado. I'm calling for Jessamine. Is Jessamine available? Jessamine Onifer? Hello? All right, I am not hearing anything. I think they're not available. Okay, anyways, let's see some comments. Yang has a good chance. Skip Bayless was the. Okay, thank you. Bernie is a joke. Well, I mean, to each their own. I mean, they'll have their own opinions. I mean, obviously, I don't support Bernie. Um, I generally try to keep things amiable when I talk about the other candidates. But I'm a Trump supporter. I might. Hi, my name's Hexel, Colorado. I'm looking for Evelyn D. Is Evelyn available? Hi, Evelyn. How are you? That's great to hear. Well, my name's Hexel. I'm a volunteer for the Andrew Yang presidential campaign, and I was just wondering if Andrew can count on your vote in tomorrow's primary. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, just so I can fill out the survey, so we can, let the rest of the people calling know that you've already decided. Can I ask who you're currently supporting? Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, you're between the multiple. Okay. Well, that's it. That's the entirety of my survey. Well, thank you so much for taking my call. I know you're juggling multiple candidates, but I hope you strongly consider Yang when you get to the caucus location. All right, Evelyn. You have a wonderful night. Thank you for your time. All right. Bye. Okay. Sometimes you have to cut your losses. Well, I mean, the way I try to like handle it is if they are indicating that they're not going to vote for Yang, I at least try to like salvage it by making us being as polite and always plant the seed of consider Yang, because you never know. I mean, it's a caucus. I don't know if New Hampshire works the same way that Iowa does, but if it does, then maybe I'm just planting the seed for a precinct captain to, you know, Yang that person on the spot, so or on the day. Anyways, back to comments. Skip Bayless with the Henny says, "I'm a Trump supporter. I might vote for Andrew Yang." Yes, please do. Hi, my name is Hexel, Colorado, and I'm looking for Barbara Stevens. Is Barbara available? Hi, Barbara. How are you? Well, I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign, and I was just check. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Okay. I don't know what to make of that. But she did say thank you as soon as she heard that I was Andrew Yang. Um, and she said I don't do that over the phone. I don't know what to make of that. So we'll see. Again, for me, like I mainly, well, not mainly. At a very minimum, I want to plant the seeds of them voting for Andrew Yang. So it is what it is. All right. And now we wait. Anyways, thank you, Skip, for uh, considering voting for Andrew Yang. I don't know what state you're in. If you live in Texas, as a lot of our subscribers are, then hi. My name is Hexel Caller. Hi, Richard. My name is Hexel, Colorado. I'm a volunteer with the Andrew Yang presidential campaign, and I just wanted to know that tomorrow is voting day, and we